I'm Chef Cynthia Louise and welcome to your 14-day stop. 1, 2, 3, action. This is a great dinner and I'm glad we're doing this together because this is a really beautiful moment for you to sink into the presence of the day and not take the energy of the day and all the emails and all the bills you have and the lover that's left you or the family member that's not with you at the moment or your children are, just so noisy and you can't seem to get a breath. This is a moment for you to sit down and to make this dish with me, and we're going to do this together. And this is where our amazing stock comes in. So that is sitting right there, which is super exciting because we've used all the skins off the vegetables throughout this challenge, which makes our life so much better, and it makes your life into a really special space of understanding that stocks out there on the market are full of really crappy sodium, which is high salt and just all matters are wrong. So get everything ready first. And this is what I love about doing this in video form, is because you can see how centered I am when I'm cooking, so I'm not running from part to part. So I've got a medium-sized pan on high heat. That's the first thing. I've got my ingredients ready. So some white wine, don't drink it. Asparagus, broccoli, some beautiful fresh thyme, coconut cream, savoury yeast, garlic, risotto rice, and some sliced leeks. And so this, having it ready, just makes my shoulders sink down and I feel very centered, and that's what cooking's about. It's not about rushing and trying to make this challenge work. It's really about you sinking into the fact that you've totally got this. So let's do this together. Pan is on high heat. I need some some olive oil. You need some olive oil. We need some olive oil. A nice generous splash of olive oil. In goes my leeks, my garlic, and my thyme, which I'm not going to take off the actual stems. I'm going to leave it like that. Straight in there. Salt and pepper, just a little, because remember our stock has salt and pepper in there, so just a little. Wooden spoon, lean back if you can, have a look inside, nothing's burning, move things around. Control your heat, so mine's too hot right now and I've noticed it's browning fast, so I'm going to turn it down. What I want to happen here is the leeks to just kind of emulsify into the oil and create that sweetness. So really cook this down. Our chefs say cook it down means really get it to this really soft, gentle. It's hard to explain in words. Visually, I just want it to look like a really mushy mess. This will take you about 5 minutes. And just stay with it. This is cooked down beautifully. The heat goes up to high, and now your risotto rice goes in. And you're just going to move this around as much as you can. It's on a very high heat. Very, very high. And what I'm doing, and what you're doing, is you're cooking the rice just a little bit before we add the stock. Nothing's sticking, nothing's burning, nothing's browning. And my heat is still on very high. And what I do is I look on this side of my pan and notice that it's still okay, it's not browning. And if it was, I would turn my pan around and then I would turn it down, but it's looking good. And in that 3 minutes, you're going to continually stir, shake the pan, and watch out that some of the sides aren't browning too fast. Still on high heat. And I'm so pleased as I'm stirring this and moving this, I'm getting a slight bit of brown, which is great. And this is where you add your wine. And we want to hear this happen, and that's so important when you're making risotto. Hot pan, white wine, hitting the rice, boom. It just makes it all come together, trust me. So here we go. Perfect. The aroma of the alcohol is strong, right? It's really intense. Still on high heat. Still moving the pan, allowing that alcohol to absorb into the rice. Super important. Now I'm going to turn my heat down to medium. Only takes about a minute to cook that alcohol off. Really important that process, you're confident in that process, and I know you've got this. Okay, now we're going to ladle the stock in, one ladle at a time. Just standing back and having a look. Super important that you did that one ladle first. Now you're going to turn it up to a higher heat. And now we're going to ladle. Now what I'd love you to do is this liquid is going to go around the side of the pan, because any rice that's sticking on the side of the pan, it's going to be crunchy, and all the rice in the middle is going to be cooked and you're going to break a tooth. That's the truth. So here we go. I've added in 600 mils of stock to start with. So that's 600 mils, I want it to come up to the boil. Super important. Okay, as soon as it starts boiling, then I'm going to have a stir and have a look, and I'm going to go back to my stock. But stay with me, okay? This is the power of editing. So right now it's not even up to the boil yet. So just hold the line collar. You just want to gently stir it, and as soon as that stock starts to disappear, we're going to add another 600 mils in. That first lot of 600 ml stock, rice has absorbed all that liquid, and I'm going to add another 600 mils in there, and I'm going to keep stirring. Now, how do you know when it's ready? Well, you just have to keep tasting the rice and taking a piece out every time the liquid absorbs into it. It's one of those intuitional things, but you've totally got this. So have a look at how this has been absorbed. Now we want to add another 600 mils. And you'll notice how the liquid is now above the rice. And we're going to do the process again. Now it looks like a soup. And you want that all to absorb on high heat, staying with it, sitting down. That has absorbed beautifully. Have a look. So now it's time to take some out again. Just pop it over here, as well as taking the stalks of the thyme out. And then just trying your rice. Oh, nearly cooked. Fantastic. Very, very close. So close, it's time to put this in. So I'm cutting the broccoli into bite-sized pieces, and I'm just adding it straight into the risotto. It's all just one pot of glory, really. I'm going to do the same with the asparagus. I'm going to cut it into 3. And that's going to go into the risotto. And then I'm going to add another 200 mils of stock. And I'm going to stir this through. And as I stir it, I'm looking at it to see if I need more stock, which I do. Have a look. Because you can see that the broccoli is above the rice. So another 200 mils. And now have a look. And that little bit of rice that I tried before, that's just al dente. By the time the rice cooks, the broccoli and asparagus will be cooked, which is perfect. So we've got one pot here, one pot wonder. Keep stirring. It's still on a medium to high heat. The stirring really is important actually, and sitting down as well. It's super important too. Just relax into this. A lot of people get really scared of risotto, and risotto really is normally done with piles of Parmesan cheese and then butter at the end to get it all glossy. We're going to use some beautiful plant-based situations that's going to bring it home, like coconut cream and a splash of olive oil at the end and some lovely savoury yeast. So that last lot of stock has really absorbed into the rice, and have a look at this, it's really becoming quite gooey. So the next step is to taste it one more time so you know the rice is definitely cooked. Turn it down to a low heat. That asparagus and broccoli is just perfect. It's not overcooked and it's not undercooked, which is brilliant. And then you want to taste, I can tell that it's cooked just by looking at it. Delicious. Now you want to add your coconut cream, and it's on a lower heat. And then your savoury yeast. Just want to cook that for about 5 minutes on low heat, just stirring gently. And you want to have a taste, see where you're at with that coconut cream and that savoury yeast. Oh yeah, baby, that's good. A bit of pepper, Cynthia, because I want some. It's bubbling away, it's not sticking, it's still got a bit of liquid. It's all real porridge type consistency. This is when you add a splash of olive oil just at the end, just for that extra bit of flavour. Turn off your heat, clean up your area, and we'll serve dinner. For a beautiful dinner. That is enough for me. Yum. Then I've got the other serving, which is going to go into the freezer. Oh my God, I can't wait to eat this. You should be really proud of yourself right now, because risotto is quite intimidating. But what we've done is we've celebrated the art of plants, we've used up all those amazing scraps, and we have this gorgeous bowl of deliciousness without the butter and without the cream and without the cheese. Actually, I don't even think there's cream in risotto, but maybe some people put it in at the end, I don't know. But this is just lush. And it's all about you being able to make that slowly, slowly, slowly. I will see you in the next video. I'm going to take that stock that we made and I'm going to cool it down completely, and it's going to go into some bottles. I'm going to have it in the fridge and it's going to be there for me, or I might freeze it. And that's the beauty of what we're doing, is we've got backup dancers all the time. Okay, I'm going to eat this. This is my dinner. Yum.